the whole Philippines or the whole of your city.
You don't have, small is beautiful.
Of course.
Doing small things, starting with a small community. I mean, that's something that we can, of course, start with. That is not expensive. It's not rocket science, as you would say. So all you need to do is just start doing something, and not just being reactive. Like,
you have to
of course, you can't
able
help
to
it.
adjust. I mean, of course, you have to be able to adjust to the changing patterns of people also.
That's right. I mean, the retail landscape is changing. People now want to buy, I want to be healthy things. I want to care for the environment.
They're more concerned.
I want to live sustainably. What is sustainability? Another big word.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just the catch-all word for living while making others live. But it's so long to say that.
Of course, yeah. But I think it really defines what sustainability, I mean, in that sense, in a more relevant sense. I mean, there are many ways to define it, but as you said, it's something that, will make you live and others live at the same time. And both of you actually, get some benefits from
That's
doing
right.
it.
I mean, people want to live well, and not just you, no? But
Yeah, of course.
in the course of your business or in the course of your daily grind, how many people do you affect?
Yeah,
And how do you affect them?
of course.
Like, is your business heavy on use of disposables that will end up in landfills?
Yeah.
Is your business, you can do a self-assessment.
Yeah. It's actually,
And then-
having a checklist of all these things.
And then maybe you can have some kind of tweaking in your business. For example, if you think using paper is too expensive, maybe you can start with biodegradable plastic. But at least make a change.
Of course.
Maybe if you own a fast food chain and you're always using plastic spoons and
Yes.
forks, maybe you can give your diners regular spoons and forks.
Exactly. Or,
Small
or a
changes.
biodegradable spoon and fork.
Or biodegradable, because of course it's always more expensive at the start.
But it's actually, I think you're saying it's that principle that, you want to change the way things are done.
That's
so
right.
Even if you have to spend, an extra 1 peso, 2 pesos for that spoon, you wouldn't mind because you really believe in.
When I talk to people from Manila, I always tell them, what's 50 bucks? It's parking. It's a parking fee. It's half a cup of coffee. But 50 bucks to somebody, 800 kilometers away could mean the difference between taking her medicine and not.
Yeah.
Or being able to earn her first 50 pesos for the year.
Yes.
So you're able to let other people live well also. Well, to them might be 50 pesos a day.
Exactly. Yeah.
To you, it's just parking or coffee.
Things people throw away, like as they say, the trash for other people could be gold to
That's right.
others.
We're working with a foundation called the Philippine Christian Foundation, and they take any trash. I don't really mean trash, but sorted trash. They take paper, they take old computers, they take ring pull tabs, from the soft drink cans, and they make them into beautiful, functional products
Wow.
that give people who make them a regular livelihood, while giving consumers a nice conversational piece.
Of course.
While getting rid of trash. So
Wow.
what could
It's
be
like 3 and 4 in 1. Yeah.
what could be better than that? So for Echostore, we actually partner with a lot of groups. We can't do it alone.
Yeah, of course.
Our main thrust is in retail, showcasing retail. So we've opened the second branch at the Podium. We will soon open a branch in Quezon City near Ateneo, in Esteban Abada, in partnership with the Peace and Equity Foundation. So we're about convergence or partnerships.
Of course.
And giving the best of each one to synergistically do something better for everyone.
Yeah, it's a collaboration.
You might think it's kind of, right, it's
No,
very
of course.
noble.
I'm not a
But
I'm
it's-
not a skeptic. Don't
Thank
worry.
you. But it's very doable.
Uh-huh.
And just the fact that you now can find a place where you can take people, balikbayans, people who are going to travel abroad and want to take a pasalubong.
Yeah.
Foreigners, we're getting a lot of foreigners into the store who want to buy things made out of piña or natural fibers, things made of recycled newspaper, magazine, name it, we've recycled it, you know.
That's great.
Juice packs, corn husk. So like we also
before
have,
no one really thought of doing that. Like they
just
throw
burn it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they just burn
and
it.
it harms the environment.
And it harms the environment. So now
there's some innovation.
Yes, and people are thinking out of the box, you know. Corn husks that are twirled and woven into nice baskets. And it becomes a livelihood. So it's making use of what otherwise would be disposed of or what would be trash. Of course, I'm talking about the E part of eco, which is environment. And then the C, which is community. And over the last year, we've probably been in touch with over 100 communities already. Small communities. I mean,
all over the Philippines.
All over. You know, as far as, like I said, as far as Sarangani, Basilan, Cotabato, as far north as Benguet, Mountain Province, Ifugao. So it's fun. At the same time, it's very fulfilling.
And how do you get in touch with them? I mean, you personally go to them and organize.
At the start, we had to jumpstart it.
Activities.
Well, we did a lot of pitching to foundations. Like
it's really tying up with these organizations.
Yes.
Because you can't. I think you can't really barge in just, you know, hey, we're here. And
a lot of it has to do with trust. Like you trust this foundation, the foundation trusts its communities. Because you don't know, you might pay somebody, the product will never get to you, right?
Yeah, of
if
course.
you order something, maybe it'll never come.
Exactly, yeah.
So how do you ensure that you also protect your financial investments? So you have to partner with people who have the credibility. And these are the huge NGOs which operate around the country and are exactly looking for market access. So I think we've filled the gap there.
The thing that people have been looking for.
Because
where do you actually start?
They actually organize a group. So they call that institution building. They organize the cooperatives, they organize associations, farmer groups, women groups, microfinance groups. So they do the organization. And then they do the social preparation for them.
That's good. Yeah. At least it's organized.
What is actually needed in the whole chain is market access. So that's where we come in.
Perfect. Anyway, before we continue with our very interesting conversation, let's pause for a few reminders. See you later.